Welcome to One-on-One. I'm Steve Adubato. This is part of our Healthy Living series. You're about to see on camera a physician who's going to tell you an awful lot of stuff you've never thought of before. He is Dr. Elliot Brown, a cardiologist in private practice. He was telling us that, you know what, actually, you may have a book coming out called Recipe for a Heart Attack, The Body's Perfect Storm. What's that perfect storm? Dr. Brown says you put together stress, chronic depression, anxiety, the fact that that causes us to eat in very unhealthy ways. It does all sorts of things, as you say, under the surface. You may be at risk for serious heart problems. Dr. Brown's in the house, and you better stay with us because you're going to find out an awful lot in the next few minutes. We'll be right back after this. 3 minutes, we were in commercial break. You gave me more good advice than I've gotten in 20 years. Make the case. Chronic stress, depression, and anxiety equals a prescription for a serious heart problem. Go ahead and make it.
Absolutely. We are well aware now that depression and these emotional disorders are as great a risk factor to cardiology patients and heart disease as perhaps smoking, diabetes, and hypertension.
A couple other things you said to me that really grabbed my attention. You said that there are certain things we should be doing. It's one thing to talk about what the problem is, but then you start talking about, okay, because last night I told you, we taped 2 days back-to-back, like a ton of shows. And again, we had a great team behind the scenes who actually makes that happen. But out here, over time, you feel fatigue, you do, but every show you have to be on, right? The end of the first day, I go home, and then you got 3 kids, you know, too tired to eat, so I have a little snack. I tell you, I had a couple waffles last night, and then that wasn't really a meal. Then at 10 o'clock, I started having Twizzlers. Because it says a low-fat snack. Don't lie to me and tell me they're not.
They are low-fat.
All right, 12 Twizzlers later, what just happened?
Your blood sugar rose to incredibly high levels.
It's like 11 o'clock at night.
Right. Your blood sugar's up, and as a response, your body is making a lot of insulin, okay? So what happens? If you're a storage cell that's supposed to store that sugar for energy, because that's how we're made, and you always see sugar and insulin outside of your fence, you're going to say, I don't need so many doors because it's always there when I need it. So over time, you'll have less openings on your cell membrane. And then, 20 years later of doing that, when you eat the licorice, the sugar will stay in your bloodstream long. That's a high blood sugar.
So what should I have done?
That's how you get diabetes.
Okay, so you get into this whole thing.
I don't know. I always wanted to help people, and then my last rotation as an intern, I had a Wall Street guy with a big heart attack. Went down to the emergency room, helped him out, and I said, this is what I want to do.
You knew?
Yes. But now I realize that that's all rooted a lot in human psychology. Because I can treat the heart attack. I can't get the person to put down the cigarettes or the pizza and the bagels.